According to Noel Noah, Ego is a zombie obsessed with creating the world's #1 striker and calls him an incredibly twisted football fanatic. So who is this man, Ego Jinpachi? Every Blue Lock fan wonders why Japan allowed Ego to create the Blue Lock program and didn't just pick an existing star striker like Noah or Loki. I mean, everyone's thought about it at some point. Who is this guy, Ego Jinpachi, anyway? Did he ever even play football? And if he did, why didn't he become the egoist and the star Japan needed?
If we want to win a World Cup, there's only one person capable of breaking down these players and forging one who can lead us to victory. And it's this man right here!
Details of Ego's past and background are yet to be fully revealed. However, from the information provided in the anime and manga, we can piece together enough hints to deduce the true story of his past. In episode 5 of the anime, Ego mentions to Anri that during his active career, he was restricted from eating cup yakisoba and instant noodles due to dietary regulations. This subtle clue strongly suggests that Ego might have been a soccer player at some point in his life, but due to an injury, he had to quit soccer and is still in his recovery process. Further insight is provided in the manga, where it is revealed that Noel Noah referred to Ego as a former soccer player over a decade ago and even considered him a rival. This implies that Ego was once part of the same European soccer club as Noah during his early 20s. Noah also mentioned that Ego wanted to mold someone who could achieve what he couldn't, a true egoist who would become the star of Japan's soccer scene and win the World Cup. This statement hints at Ego's unfulfilled aspirations and possibly a career that didn't reach its full potential. Although the reasons for his departure from soccer are still unknown, it is plausible that an injury or other circumstances forced him to step away. Now, however, Ego sees himself in Yoichi Isagi, believing that Isagi possesses the potential to achieve what he could not, revolutionize Japanese soccer and take it to the world stage. From the beginning in the first selection, Ego plays an antagonistic role in the story. Addressing the 300 strikers gathered for Blue Lock, he gives an inspiring speech about his ambition to produce the world's most egotistical and revolutionary striker. Inspired by his presentation, Isagi was the first to take action, leading all 300 participants to join. In the second selection round, Ego's role is to communicate the qualities tested in each striker. In the match, Isagi and Nagi, who had joined forces with Baru and Shigiri, challenged Ryu's team again. With Bachira's passing skills and advice, Ryu's strengths became even more pronounced, and he started to control the game. However, Isagi's team had improved as well, leading to a close match. In the end, Ryu's team won due to a stroke of luck. Rin then selected Isagi to join his team, and Ryu advanced to the third selection. In the first round, Ego labeled everyone as part of the lowest-ranked Building 5, which served to instill humility and foster a rebellious spirit. During a second-round match with Isagi and Rin's team, he highlighted luck as the deciding factor, emphasizing that luck only favors those who are constantly prepared. For the third round, teams that passed the second round faced off against world-class strikers. Concerns arose over the project's budget, including recruitment costs and rewards per goal, with pressure from both the Japan Football Association and parents of the participants risking the project's termination. Ego saw this challenge as an opportunity and devised a plan to take over the U-20 Japanese national team, shifting the selection process to form an elite squad to face the U-20 team. Now you must be wondering about Anri and Ego's relationship. Although Ego and Anri may appear to have a superior subordinate dynamic, Ego is actually a coach hired by the Japan Football Association, and Anri is an employee of the organization, making them project partners. Anri manages Ego's personal needs, such as cleaning and laundry, per Ego's contract, which states he's only responsible for soccer-related tasks. Though Anri occasionally complains about his lifestyle, she trusts his soccer expertise and acknowledges his talent. Ego also mentions in the Blue Lock character book, Egoist Bible, that his ideal type is someone who does everything, suggesting a foundation of mutual trust. From the very start, Ego is introduced as a man who radiates ambition and confidence. His egotistical nature is undeniable, especially given his belief that only his methods can lead to Japan's victory in the World Cup. Ego's grandiosity and self-assuredness drive him to push forward with the Blue Lock project. an idea that seems extreme and ruthless to others. He dismisses conventional football strategies, favoring his approach to fostering egoism in strikers, which he views as the key to greatness. One of Ego's most distinctive personality traits is his belief that a striker should never put the team above themselves, as self-sacrifice and playing for the sake of the team undermine the development of a true egoist striker. Ego believes that only by prioritizing their success and glory can players truly become world-class strikers. Furthermore, he is brutally honest, often to the point of being harsh and confrontational. He has little patience for mediocrity or those who fail to live up to his standards. His feedback to the players is often blunt, with no room for comfort or encouragement unless it's earned. Ego is deeply fascinated with football as a psychological and philosophical battleground. Throughout the Blue Lock project, Ego consistently uses any opportunity to lecture the strikers on various concepts he believes are crucial for success in football. His speeches revolve around topics like luck, flow, the hunger of a striker, and the influence of the environment. He believes that such concepts shape the way football should be played, and he uses them as teaching moments to mold the player's mentality. Despite his seemingly cold and detached demeanor, there are glimpses of his deeper emotional investment in the project and its participants. One of the most striking examples is during the U20 match, where Ego puts his entire career on the line. He risks being banned from the world of football forever, yet he does so willingly for the chance to prove to the world that Blue Lock's methods work and ensure a prosperous future for the Blue Lock strikers. "I'll disappear, and all of you will change Japanese soccer." This demonstrates an unwavering commitment to his vision, even if it means sacrificing something he deeply values: his place in football. As revealed in the Egoist Bible, football is something deeply important to Ego, and losing it would bring him immense sadness. His willingness to take such a significant risk shows that his vision for the future of Japanese football goes beyond his ego. It's about proving to the world that his methods are necessary for Japan to win the World Cup. Although Ego initially comes across as detached and purely focused on results, his actions throughout the series show that he cares about the well-being and progress of the players more than he lets on. This is especially evident in the Neo-Egoist League arc, where Ego calls Kenyu Yukimiya for a private meeting and offers him critical advice to address his eye disease. Despite knowing about Yukimiya's condition since his arrival at Blue Lock, Ego chose to respect his privacy, only bringing it up when the time was right and keeping the conversation confidential. He states that his character isn't so vulgar as to make a show out of people's issues. Ego is a genius with both a high intellectual quotient and emotional quotient. His intellectual brilliance is showcased through his intricate design of the Blue Lock program, creating detailed training methods and psychological challenges to mold strikers into the best versions of themselves. His ability to assess players' progress and identify their strengths and weaknesses, combined with his strategic manipulation of the system and understanding of what is needed to push them further, demonstrates an extraordinary understanding of human behavior. Ego's emotional intelligence shines through his ability to read people's body language, behavior, and emotions. He uses this skill to manipulate situations to his advantage, as seen when he convinced the Japan Football Union to approve the U20 match, knowing exactly how to exploit their fears and desires, or when he lied about the 300 players being ranked in teams from B to Z. According to Noel Noah, Ego is a zombie, obsessed with creating the world's #1 striker, and calls him an incredibly twisted football fanatic.